times I try to collect mines from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar.
It's week 4 of the 2022 season, and we'll be watching the Browns' athletic corner, who made 5 stops from his spot in the secondary last game. It's the Browns and the Falcons, and it's coming up next.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Full football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
First play and a first pass for Cousins. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Holding, offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Meanwhile, Cousins throws on target to Duvernay. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year in his third season now. It's Joe Burrow.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. No gain on the play there. Second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run for it with Henry. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 29, Cousins. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Boy, 4th and 2. This crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He's stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking they were right.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete here.
You could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Duvernay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Able to slither by. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Cousins now to throw on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Browns hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
First down, Cleveland. Here we go. 11.
Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. 11. Inside handoff, Henry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think Dublin here has a to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Joe Burrow keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Browns have moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And right side, they're going to go option here. Oh, nice move. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Burrow on play action. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. He finds his man Johnson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's only able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. But the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Once more, Gibson. And he'll find some room to get this out to about the 15. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing, Cousins. Got an open man, finds Gibson. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand.
11 comments.
They begin with Henry. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
11 MP.
Burrow from his own end zone, looking for Campbell downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Here we go.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown, Browns. T.J. Hockenson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Final play of the half, Cousins. Looking sideline, incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And a touchdown separating these two as they've gone to halftime. The Bills trying to hold on and claim victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. George Pickens with 3 touchdown receptions. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And at halftime, they trail the visiting Seahawks in that ball game. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they go play action now. Burrow. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first down carry for Henry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Play fake. Cousins. His throw incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And it's caught. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
3rd and goal for Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson from 6 yards away. And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
The kick by Elliott is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins now. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Logan Wilson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. When you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again. Hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. This is Hunt on the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Cousins throw here, taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
From the 36, Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Again, it's Cousins. Going to the right here and finding Burks. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
He's out of bounds at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on his pickup. Brings up second.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. Quick completion here to Johnson. And the Falcons are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Devin Duvernay from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point safely through. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Complete to Curtis Samuel.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. First down. Here's Burrow. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, trying to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hawkinson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Gets this to Gibson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead. Now
Cousins. And And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. With 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Gun.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's get set.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the second.
They gotta go.
Again to Henry. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Here we go.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Here we go.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they...
Sound like some superhero. Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been taking the dash on wood. That pain is the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo bagging, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life and the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been taking the dash on wood. Then payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle.